Have you ever wondered how two different people can respond to exactly the same text in such different ways? Like this, for example.
Don't move! You're gonna,
No, I'm tired.
No, that's
I'm just gonna go ahead and take off. How about that?
I don't really think that's a good idea.
No, going to take off. Don't piss off the ghost. Ready?
Or this one.
What the hell did I just watch? What the hell? No.
So if you've ever asked yourself those questions, then media studies could be exactly the subject for you. So I hear you ask, why should I choose media studies? Now, the best way for me to sell the course is to let the students do that for you. Unfortunately, they can't be here to do the recording, so I have taken some quotations that I'll give you a moment to have a little look at. So one of the things Samantha likes the most about media is because she likes analysing different things, interesting subjects like race and gender, an option where you're able to express your opinion and look at underlying messages. Aidan, who's in the same class, says it was a perfect choice for him. He likes being involved in discussions and he likes analysing and evaluating texts. He also likes the historical aspect of learning about how society has developed through the media or vice versa. Okay, he describes it as a subject that is quite sociable. So one of the most important things you guys need to know is what is actually media studies. So it's all about communication, especially mass communication with lots of people. So as you may already know, the media creates products that are designed to entertain and to inform. They're created for lots of people to hear, watch or read, often at the same time, so we do those things together. So whenever you're watching TV, streaming films, scrolling through social media or listening to a podcast, you are effectively consuming the media. Now, here's a quotation to get you thinking. The average adult consumes, as we've just learned, 8 hours of media per day. Okay, 8 hours, probably longer than most of you sleep. But think about that. In those 8 hours, you or the average adult is being bombarded with other people's ideas and opinions about this world and about the people that live in the world. And obviously over time, those ideas and opinions can build up and they can influence how we see the world and how we see its people. So effectively everything that we see through the media has been influenced by the people that have produced that text. Okay, so doesn't that sound like something that we should learn more about so that we can be more aware of fake news, false messages and possibly damaging opinions? So on to media studies in terms of what you will study during the course. You will primarily be doing lots of analysis. So as it says here, you will analyse how media products like television programmes and music videos use images, sounds, language and representations to create meaning. You'll also learn about the media industry and how the media industry affects how media products are made. We'll also look in detail at media audiences, so we'll explore the people who watch, read and consume the products and consider how different people might be affected by those media products differently and why, such as the example we saw at the beginning. So in terms of the texts that you'll be studying, the good thing about the media is it's current, it's ever-changing, so your texts are regularly updated to reflect changes in society. But much like English, you'll have set texts that we study throughout the 2-year course. And these include texts from television, online media, newspapers, radio, magazines, music video, advertising and marketing, film marketing, social and participatory media, which basically means media that you get involved in as an audience, like social media, and also video games. And you can see from some of the images on the slide there, some of the set texts that you will be looking at in more detail. Often they're paired up. So for example, you can see two examples of Bond posters here, one more modern Bond poster and a historical example of a Bond poster, so that we can make comparisons about how representations have changed and how kind of people's beliefs and thoughts have changed. We'll see the same with our newspapers. We will be comparing the Sun and the Guardian. Obviously, newspapers tend to have kind of different political beliefs and viewpoints, which they show through their choice of language. So that's something else that we will be exploring. So if you're someone who really likes kind of unpicking things, whether that's a line from a poem, or you like to have a look in detail at the kind of technical aspects that go into making a piece of art or a photograph, then this could be a subject that would be really interesting to you. Okay, we unpick texts, how they're constructed, from, you know, the smallest elements such as the choice of a colour in the background, a piece of lighting, a camera angle, and how all of those things combine together to create an effect on the audience. So how are you going to be assessed in this subject? One of the best things about media studies, well, that some people find quite appealing, is that we have 3 units which are referred to as components, and they consist of both exams and non-examed assessment, formerly known as coursework. So your first component is a written exam, which is 1 hour and 30 minutes long, and that's worth 40% of the qualification. Your second exam is also the same length, and that's worth 30% of the qualification. And then your component 3 is your non-exam assessment. And in that, you have the opportunity to create your own media production. Okay, so you'll research, you'll plan, and you will produce a text that will be based on a brief. Okay, so the brief choices that you get are television, film, magazine, and music. Okay, so what benefit will media give you in terms of skills and future prospects? Well, lots. Firstly, you know, the skills that you'll develop throughout the course, it will help you be able to do things well in other subjects too. So analysis, critical thinking, discussion and debate, research and planning, practical skills such as video and photo editing, obviously time management that goes with the production of your coursework, also essay writing skills, and much more. And in terms of where you can go with media studies, it's a great platform for lots of other courses, particularly A-level courses. And that doesn't mean just media studies. We have students that go on to study English A-levels, humanities, so history particularly popular, but also the social sciences such as sociology and psychology. Looking further ahead, over 100 universities offer courses relating to the subject. So that might be media production, it might be communications, it might be cultural studies, okay, because media studies is quite a broad subject in that sense, that it gives you a little taster of all of those aspects. But if university is not for you, then there's a lot of career opportunities available in the media industry. It's one of the fastest growing industries in the UK and generates quite a lot of money for the country. Okay, so I wanted to just finish by borrowing some quotes again from some students, different students this time, just to kind of sum up another reasons why you might choose the subject. And I'm going to start with Katie, and I liked her quote, and these, you know, these are all just genuine quotations, I haven't made them up myself, saying that it's a great choice because we get to look at lots of different types of media, including film and magazines. And again, Katie's picked up on that idea that we hear lots of different people's opinions on different texts. And her last sentence, I think, is really important. The media is everywhere around us, and it is the most relevant subject to the modern world because it's a subject that adapts as the world adapts, and it reacts to things that are currently happening. And then Lily said that she was glad she chose it, again, because she finds it interesting learning about things that she sees in her everyday life, but in more depth. So actually pausing and looking at things in that detail. She likes analysing different texts. It makes you realise how much is actually put into them. And again, she likes the idea of, or the experience of finding out other people's opinions. So that was a really brief summary of what the course involves. If you've got any questions, then feel free to ask me. You can email me, or you can ask your English teacher to get in touch with me, or to pass on any queries that you might have. And hopefully look forward to seeing you joining the Media Studies class in September.